Moving on, tensions and threats are high for the Red Sea shipping route. The U.S. and U.K. repelled a big Houthi attack this morning, while the Indian Navy chief has said that they're studying debris found on the attacked ships. Starting with the latest development, Admiral R. Hari Kumar has said that New Delhi has not yet identified where the pirate attacks came from, but it has collected debris of the drones from three vessels, and officials are now analyzing them. Take a listen.
We have not yet sort of finalized where it has actually come from, because we have been encountering these drones at sea, either doing some patrolling or being in the air doing some surveillance, etc., or after they have done an attack on some merchant ship. So we have now got the debris collected from almost 3 ships. We are doing forensic analysis of this along with some of our partners in the region. So we'll come to know as to where it is coming from.
Last month, Yemeni Houthis targeted the Liberia-flagged MV Chem Pluto. It had 21 Indian crew members and was hit near the country's west coast. The incident triggered security concerns in New Delhi. The Indian Navy has deployed a fleet of 10 ships to patrol the Arabian Sea and the Gulf of Aden. A special watch is being kept on merchant ships and the evolving situation in the region. Meanwhile, UK Defense Secretary has said American and British warships repelled the biggest ever Houthi attack in the crucial trade route. This was the 26th attack by Yemeni Houthis only since November 19th. Grant Schnapp said that the two countries shot down at least 18 drones and 3 missiles. He also warned that the Yemeni rebel group will face serious consequences if the attacks continue. The Houthis have neither accepted or denied responsibility for the attacks so far. This news comes as concerns worsen over Red Sea shipping. Several firms have temporarily suspended movement of their vessels there. They're being forced to take a longer route around Africa for trade. The attacks have caused damage amounting to $30 billion in global trade so far, while also jeopardizing navigation and the peace and security of the region. In light of the crisis, the United Nations Security Council has scheduled a vote on a U.S.-backed resolution. It demands stopping attacks on commercial ships in the region with an immediate effect. The Houthis have maintained that they will keep attacking Israeli and Israel-bound ships until Israel stops its war against Gaza. All right, for more on this, we are being joined by Dr. Ian Ralby, maritime analyst. He's joining us live from Baltimore, Maryland. Thank you so much for joining us on WION this morning. Has this Houthi attack and so many attacks by this Iran-backed group shifted the theater of war to the Red Sea now? And how do you expect all of this to play out?
Yeah, this is yet another escalation in the whole saga. I think that the theater is really needing to focus on the Red Sea as a separate entity from other theaters, including Ukraine and the Black Sea, including Gaza and Israel, because this is a distinct threat. This threat is viable, and it is really against all of us, because global shipping relies on the freedom of navigation for the delivery on time of all of our goods. And so this is really an attack on all of us, and it is particularly an attack on the innocent seafarers who are carrying our goods. So this is a real threat to the global economy and our way of life on land, and it needs to be handled directly. The problem is that the Houthis are not part of our international legal system. They are not a recognized government. And so a UN Security Council resolution, even directed at them, is likely only to embolden them and give them the sense of greater legitimacy and credibility, because that is what they've been looking for almost a decade now. And unfortunately, their track record is 100% consistent in not abiding by any kind of UN dictate, any kind of U.S. Ultimatum. They are very, very stalwart in maintaining their position in trying to gain relevance and gain control of Yemen.
Yeah, and it's been going on for years. The Biden administration agrees with you. That's why it suggested a separate coalition of countries, of allies, from what's happening in Gaza as well. But now we see that apart from the U.S., naval deployments by India, UK, and several other nations are already taking place in that crucial trade route. we did talk about the separation from Gaza, but we can't help but ask, what impact do you think this will have on the war on Gaza?
Well, unfortunately, the Houthis are using the Palestinians for their own good. Let's remember that they have killed more Muslims in the last decade than Israel has, and they are not a benevolent party. They are not fighting for Islam. They are not fighting for Arabs. They are fighting for themselves. They are fighting for their own relevance, their own control, and they do not think in the same way that most of the rest of us do. And so while they may be fair weather friends of those who are supporting Gaza, they are not actually supporting Gaza. They are supporting themselves. And so these two situations have been linked through their narrative, but they are really distinct because the Houthis care only about the Houthis. And unfortunately, it would be akin to saying that ISIS is on the same side as sort of the US and the West because they attacked Iran. It's not it is not a consistent argument or one that is even logical. And so we have to break that narrative because we have to recognize that this is a distinct threat to everyone. And let's be honest, it isn't about people who are looking to make money through trade. It is about making sure that humanitarian goods get to places where there is desperate need for food. It is about making sure that our critical supplies, be they energy, food, or clothes, get to places that desperately need them. And so that is what is at stake. It is not really a true protest for the Israel-Gaza situation. It is a Houthi attempt to gain global relevance through attacking global commerce.
That's right. Well, thank you so much for that thorough analysis, Dr. Ian Ralby, maritime analyst, joining us this morning from Baltimore, Maryland. I do look forward to speaking to you again very soon. Thanks.
I look forward to that as well. Thank you so much.